I've had a couple different philosophies that have guided me through life. One of which is I think that you don't really fulfill your purpose unless you maximize the opportunities you're lucky enough to get. But the second is along that journey, you should try and leave the world a better place than you found it.
That means is we go into communities, oftentimes in the rural parts of countries that are the least and last served, that don't have access to clean water. And it is transformative in communities. It breaks the cycle, it helps break the cycle of poverty when you provide clean and safe drinking water. It's the foundation for any good work you can imagine wanting to do in a place like that. It has to start with clean water. And finally, I just say that our work, it doesn't work if we install projects on one day and aren't there in the third or fourth or fifth or 10th year to make sure that they keep working over that period of time. The promise of water that we make on day one has to be kept day after day after day. And so campaigns like this that allow us to see into the future, because that's what these large kind of windfall gifts do. It allows us to see into the future. We can make bold moves into communities knowing that we'll be able to care for them in the long term. Yeah, I mean, we couldn't be more thankful to Jared and Shifor in this. He mentioned in an earlier response that one of his goals was to activate people in this campaign. That is precisely what you did. In this case, we knew exactly the couple of donors that stepped up to the plate as well. We had conversations with them, and you shook them out of their crypto winter. But here they were. What they saw was what they saw with crypto in the beginning, was an incredible possibility for return on investment, to literally double their money with this one gift. And it took one overnight, or initially said no, but came back with the largest portion of the gift. And it was specifically because of that you just can't turn up an opportunity like a match like this. So this did exactly what you wanted it to do, and we couldn't be more thankful.
I think this is going to be huge, right? To Peter's point, there's parts of the world that, a lot of good can happen in. And once some of that good happens, like it can really evolve into something pretty extraordinary on an economic level, a social level. But some of these communities are entirely unbanked right now. Like the traditional means of raising, capital or financing, it just isn't there. But crypto can facilitate that.
I hoped that there was some potential that this could really activate some people in a big way, but truthfully, not at the level that it did. This was pretty remarkable.
To me, like I'm bullish on it in a number of directions, but hearing from Peter specifically on what they intend to do is great to hear. And I hope when we're through this, kind of 10 million campaign, matching campaign, and we move on to the next phase, we'll continue to hear like awesome success stories like this all over the world.
But there's enough to go around, and especially in this crypto space, and more as we continue to create an imagination for not only building wealth for yourself and making smart investments in crypto, but then making smart investments in the world. Because we all can be independent and gather wealth for ourselves all we want. But if we're not building a world that we actually want to inhabit together, what's the point? And I think more and more people in crypto are figuring that out. So let's keep it up.